Mike Tomlin, who is, again, they got off to a 3-0 start, flying high. They still haven't scored a whole lot of points this season. And Mike Tomlin, as only Mike Tomlin can, was saying this after the game.
I just told the team there's a fine line between drinking wine and squashing grapes in our business. And, that's an example of it. That ball's on the ground right there in the red area, and that's the difference.
What's your mindset about taking the last time out on defense there?
Just trying to win the game, man. Want to gather some information, see the structure that they came out in, get ourselves in the right call. It was a 4th down play. No hesitation about that. We had an opportunity to win that game right there, forget what comes after. And so we took a timeout, we communicated, we got in a call that we liked, and they won the down.
In general, are you thinking when it gets under a certain amount of time on the clock, you're much more likely to win the game on defense than you would be no matter how many timeouts you'd save for offense?
It was a 4th down play. The game was right there.
I got a lot of questions about that metaphor in particular because wouldn't you? I'm not an expert in the winemaking process, but wouldn't the squashing grapes be like the preparation during the week, and then the drinking wine would be getting the victory on Sunday? So in other words, wouldn't the grapes have already been smashed?
No, I don't think so. I think it's I think it's a class structure metaphor that he's making. You're drinking wine, you're the elite, you're sitting back with your feet up at the end of a great day. If you're squashing the grapes, that means you're the workers, you're doing all that, you're grinding out. You don't get to enjoy the wine if you're the ones doing the grape smashing.
See, I thought it was like that was, at the end of the game there, you had a chance to pour yourself a nice glass and you spilled it. Or you sent the sommelier back. You weren't happy with the uncorking process. I have a friend who does things like that all the time.
I think it's
That's
sommelier.
Where my brain
I don't think you pronounce the
going.
R on sommelier.
Sommelier, sorry.
Yeah.
Sommelier. Sommelier. We're close
Sommelier.
enough. We're in the general vicinity.
Chris, I kind of agree with you with your assessment of that take.
Yeah, I think it was a class thing.
The worker, like the grinder,
Yeah.
That's deep. That's far deeper than I was going there.
Mike Tomlin's a deep guy.
Yeah, come on.
I don't even know how to pronounce sommelier.
Did you see what he said at halftime? We got to stop kicking our own butts so we can focus on kicking theirs. I was like, whoa.
He's got a few all the time.
Yeah.
And he's going to have some interesting thoughts, I would imagine, this week when it comes to the quarterback position. Because you rewind, and we talked about this last week. I have been of the mind that one way or another we're going to see Russell Wilson at quarterback this season. They were winning with Justin Fields. There was never any type of announcement from Mike Tomlin. The only quarterback announcement he has made this season was Russell Wilson is our starter. Russell Wilson's going to be the starting quarterback of the football team. He was in the pole position all offseason, and to camp, he's the starter. And he pops the calf for second day of preparation for the season opener. We haven't seen him since. They've kept him inactive to avoid any type of storyline regarding, is he going to come in if Justin Fields turns the ball over? But this feels like the point. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying I know it's going to happen. You've lost 2 games in a row. You're not scoring points. There were a couple of throws in that game last night that Justin Fields probably would like to have back. Not terrible throws, but just off enough. You won the turnover battle, 3-0 in that game last night? You had a chance for another one, and you lose the game. That, to me, feels like if you were going to go to Russell Wilson, now would be the logical time. And you can frame it as this is not a quarterback change. This is not Justin Fields being benched. Russ has been ramping up for 5 weeks. He's back to full health. We're going with Russell Wilson. And if that doesn't work, you can always go back. But at some point, you're going to need to make a decision. This feels like the lowest leverage time. In other words, you are burning the least amount of capital right now in your locker room with the quarterbacks involved by saying, hey, Russ is finally healthy. We're going to give him the ball. And coming off 2 straight losses, including one on national TV, where you just didn't do enough offensively to be able to win that game, this feels like the right time.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.